The current state of the country's infrastructures come under the spotlight at the inaugural Infrastructure Summit hosted by the Department of Public Works. The event, underway at the Sandton Convention Centre, brings together 500 delegates from the private and public sectors. It comes under the theme, Turning South Africa into a Construction Site, Growing the Economy and Creating Jobs. For more on this, we cross live now to SABC News economics reporter Nosipho Radebe, who's there. Hi Nosipho, how's it going?
Hi Juliet, and hi to the viewers at home. Well, it's a hive of activity, as you can hear behind me at the inaugural Public Works Infrastructure Summit. Discussions underway to try find solutions to the problems plaguing South Africa's infrastructure. We know several provinces have come under the spotlight: Gauteng, KwaZulu-Natal and the Eastern Cape. And all those challenges the delegates gathered here today are trying to find solutions to in order to turn South Africa, as you say, into the construction site that we know President Cyril Ramaphosa outlined in his SONA, wanting to see create jobs, economic growth, as well as building infrastructure for the future. But I'm going to turn now to our guest, Bongani Dladla, CEO of the Construction Industry Development Board, just to get an understanding of what they do and what's the role they play within this summit. Bongani, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. Talk to us about your role as regulating the work of contractors.
Yeah, we really focus at creating guidelines, development initiatives and also risk mitigation methods for the construction industry, the industry as a whole. So when talking about turning South Africa into a construction site, you really need competent and capable contractors that will be able to deliver that.
Certainly, but there are some challenges. We've seen well-documented, reported challenges in the sector. The work of the construction mafia hampering the work of contractors. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, there are significant challenges that we are working to solve that are actually impacting on the work of our contractors and actually impacting service delivery. When you're looking at extortion and violent action in construction sites, they were creating an environment where the industry was not efficient, projects were costing more, and it was really not becoming attractive for participants. So you saw a lot of people exiting the construction industry. But through the work that has been done with the police, National Treasury, Public Works and Infrastructure on trying to get to crime-free construction sites, that is yielding results where we are having more arrests, we are having better regulations, and also we are empowering infrastructure clients with coping mechanisms like hotlines of reporting cases and ensuring that those cases are fast-tracked in terms of investigations and arrest. So it's really bringing significant confidence to the construction industry so that it can focus on its main mandate of ensuring that we deliver these projects that are necessary for service delivery.
One of the challenges also that we understand is that when these construction mafias come in onto sites, they also hamper the work of contractors moving up to various grades. Can you reflect on that?
When projects are given to people that are not real genuine contractors, it takes away an opportunity for an SMME in a rural area, in a township, from getting the experience that will be required for them to come to CIDP to say, I've covered projects of X value, I have this track record, can I now graduate to covering more complex, higher value projects? So it's really hampering the impact on genuine inclusive development, where women-owned construction companies, youth-owned construction companies, that could have benefited from those projects and have a long-term view of staying in the industry. So you get chance takers, they come, they demand money on site and then they are gone. So an opportunity beyond the economic opportunity, but there are also other social challenges that are not being solved. We are impacting on employment, and it's really not creating an environment that you can build a sustainable infrastructure pipeline with.
And as you mentioned, women coming into the field, talk to us about transformation. What are we seeing with transformation as the CIDP?
We've had significant improvement in terms of the number of participants. Now the important work that has to be done is to ensuring equitable access to infrastructure projects. So right now, when you are looking at our grade 9s, those are the projects that are 200 million and above, that are unlimited. Over 50% of those are black-owned construction companies. A huge significant chunk are women-owned construction companies, and some are youth-owned. So from that front, I think the work of inclusive development is happening there. The second layer now is to ensuring that those companies have an access to a sustainable pipeline of work, so that they can grow and maintain the skill set that they've acquired. So that's really the work that we are hoping the public procurement bill will also aid in solving.
There's also the challenge of the quality of the people doing the work. Qualifications is something that was highlighted during proceedings today. Talk to us about that challenge.
Yeah, we are working on improving the quality of both the workers and the employers, and the build program, the CIDB build program, is quite an important tool for that. Currently, we are rolling out the assessment of prior learning. That is really for those contractors that have been in the space. Someone might have started as a bricklayer or other positions in the construction site, and they've graduated to becoming foremen and supervisors, and they decide to take the entrepreneurial route and open their companies. So we are assessing where do they lack in terms of works management and business management, and then using the build program we can close those gaps. The second aspect, we are pushing hard the aspects of contractor development programs, where it emphasizes also skills development within those projects, because we believe in using those construction sites as a place for both development and the execution of the work. So they are quite exciting times for the construction industry, as we can really put development now at a large scale, at a national scale, using the build program and other policy instruments that we have.
And then just quickly reiterate the importance of this summit taking place, bringing together public sector and the private sector together to get investment opportunities and discuss solutions.
No, this is quite an important summit, because it really brings both the private and the public sector together to saying, with these government assets, which government, Public Works is the largest landlord in the country, really. With that portfolio of work, how do we turn that as an engine for economic growth? How do we turn that as an engine for job creations? How do we turn that as an engine for ensuring that there is income that comes to the state using that portfolio of assets? And this conference, this summit, takes the view that there is no one with a monopoly of good ideas. Hence, it's quite important to bring in the professionals, bring in the contractors, bring in government. As you've seen, we have many MECs, policymakers, board members, executives, practitioners, and the private sector, which has proven to be efficient in some aspect of these issues of property management. And there's also a huge push around sustainable infrastructure financing mechanisms through the work that is done by other entities of public work. So it's quite a good platform to co-create solutions, and there's a huge emphasis on ensuring that there's an implementable plan that we can come a year from now, say we've delivered on that. So it's quite an important one to turning South Africa into a construction site.
All right, thank you so much, Bongani. That was Bongani Dladla, the CEO of the Construction Industry Development Board, taking us through their role and what are the solutions that we can expect from this summit. Back to you in studio, Juliet.
Thanks very much, Nosipho, and we hope to catch up with you a little bit later.